My name is Lauren Semple and I'm a 22-year-old communications and media student in my final semester at UOW. I currently work as a marketing assistant for a brand called Naked Tan and I'm really happy with the direction my life is headed. However, there were periods of time where I was confused about how to put these goals into fruition. This led me to interview my friend Tom Prest, also known as Presty. He defines himself as a musician, having a particular interest in the Aussie rap scene. He also currently works as a hospitality worker in Wollongong after moving from his hometown in Wagga Wagga in 2018. Coming from a country town, I was really interested to hear how he got into Aussie rap.
I consent to this interview. Hi, my name is Tom Prest. I'm 27 years old and I grew up in Wagga Wagga. Started getting into music at around the age of 14. Never really took it too seriously at the time. It was just kind of like a fun hobby kind of thing, and then ended up moving to Wollongong when I was 22. And yeah, had a lot of friends that I just freestyle at parties and things like that, and they're like, you should get in and start doing this. There's no scene in Wagga to really play shows or anything like that. I end up just being in the right place at the right time and meeting the right people. Yeah, so it is difficult trying to balance everything. I ended up leaving my full-time job because I wasn't able to balance it there, and I started working a job where I was able to work casual, and I did have more time for it. It gives me an opportunity to express myself. Yeah, I've got certain songs where I can be quite raw, and things that I can put into that where I feel like I struggle to talk to other people about, but I can put that into my music. So that's one thing that I'm really grateful that I do have music for, because it gives me an outlet to be able to talk about things that I deal with. Honestly, I just want to try and blow up here in Australia first, I guess. If I could blow up overseas, that would be awesome, but you kind of got to crawl before you walk.
One value that stood out to me in this presentation was Presty's authenticity and how he lives his life true to himself. This alignment has created consistency and integrity in his actions, and in turn aligns him with his deeper values. His music is an element of his self-expression, whilst his lyrics and songwriting process act as an element of transparency to himself. When he creates music, he engages in acts of exploration and expression, expressing his genuine interests, thus aligning with his core beliefs and principles he subconsciously uses daily to guide his life. In terms of narrative ideas, this story has allowed me to reflect on the importance of decision-making and goal-setting. Presty has to juggle work and music, often having to sacrifice one or the other, particularly in the past. It is through values conversations that we set goals and prioritise what's most important to us, allowing us to make choices that are more in line with our core beliefs. This story connects to the narrative concept of outsider witnessing. Through listening to Presty's story, it has allowed me to consider my values and goals. By analysing what he chose to speak about and particularly highlight, along with the meanings this story had for him, I was able to make connections between his experiences and mine, allowing me to reflect on what matters most to me and why I was focused on authenticity and community. What does this show me about what matters most to me and the people around me and my values? I listened to Presty's story whilst being a part of his community of acknowledgement, thus validating his experiences and engaging in validifying his experiences. I wanted to end my presentation with a quote from week 2. Understanding values helps us make good decisions. This is really important to me, and I have analysed this a lot over the last few weeks. And I've come to conclude that it's vital that we try to understand ourselves and use our values to guide our own life choices and decisions in order to lead a fulfilling life subjected to us. That is something we owe to ourselves and will allow us to make good decisions that provide the best outcomes for us as individuals.